Hello, everyone, and welcome to Phoenix Gaming. Let's see if we can get this game of Arnak off the ground. Maybe I hit record too soon. Here we go. Yay. Okay, Spicy Rogue, Guiding Skull. We're in seat one. Seat one sucks. Looks like Compass Explorer is our exciting explorer off the top here. Hmm, not a dream hand, although I kind of am liking more coins in this seat. I'm just gonna do the normal clog up the arrowhead thing in seat one that I do. We'll use our compass and our arrowhead to expand here, which will give us a coin. So we're going to have a total of 5 coins and then another fear action here, which I think we've got a lot of expensive stuff in play. If we can, I think I'm going to grab the extra 2 coins. So we'll have 7 coins to play with. And we could do something like automobile binoculars or automobile horse, kind of depending on what other people are doing, which is a very deck building focused start to the game. And we're perfectly happy to do that in C1. This has become my new C1 meta, is just like acknowledging that I will suck at the other things and making sure that I take advantage of the deck building side of the game, which I've just been coming more and more back to over the course of time of practicing. But I also seem to get C1 a disproportionate amount of times, so maybe my luck will turn around for my future tournaments, and I'll get to do some round one exploring more often. Looks like we got an explorer here. Oh no, we do not have an explorer here. A purchase of our automobile is a shame, but a theodolite off the top is not too painful. It's interesting. I do think that binoculars are better than horse, but if no one's going to explore, it's going to make it a little bit difficult. I think it's quite likely that too young, too simple is going to explore. I think we're going to dilly dally and delay our purchases because our opponents really are broke at this stage, right? Too young, too simple has spent their 3 coins already. I think that Rhinoglia here is has a maximum of 4 coins now, actually. So it is entirely possible that Rhinoligia, whatever, can buy any of the things off the board. So uh, they did just advance here to get the 4th coin, so there might be threatening this binoculars here. We want too young, too simple to explore here so we can see what binoculars are going to do for us in turn 2 before we decide between horse and binocs. That's an awkward choice. This is not generally where we want to be going on turn 2 with the binoculars. That the tablets, I was going to call them books. The tablets are not horrible, but they're not the dream. We really would have wanted something else. Admittedly, they're also quite bad for too young, too simple here, so I guess there's an advantage to that having been the flip there. Do I want those, or do I want to just do horse stuff? You know what? I'm gonna let Rhino Ligia make the choice here, and I'm gonna purchase the Theodolite, which is an item that I do like. It's slow. It's very slow because it comes out after your archaeologists go into play. But 3 coins to give you 3 resources, 2 which are compasses, which is really good. Does feel pretty great. But yeah, on turn 2, I think I'd rather do horse in a vacuum, right? A compass and a card over 2 tablets feels a smidge better in the long run. Yeah, probably better to yeah, free uh, watch there for Too Young Too Simple, who's probably got the strongest start of all of us. I would have been happier with a machete over a horse. They're quite similar, honestly, but I like the cutting the fear out when my first 2 cards are drawing cards. I could have done some others if the watch had been in play. It would have been a really tough call. I think I would have actually ended up buying the watch, and then I would have gotten the rope after that, and I would have been quite happy with that. Although it is a little bit awkward to buy a rope as your 3rd item because the chance of reshuffling in a fear as your 5th card is pretty tough here. So we'll kind of have to see what we draw here. I wouldn't be terribly surprised to see what do we got going on here. Our opponent kill this and advance and not on the track. That's entirely feasible here. Yeah, I respect it a lot. I think it's a good choice. They clean up their deck. They have good cards that they put into their deck, which worked out pretty nicely for them, frankly. So I do think that Too Young, Too Simple's got the nicest start here, but all of us pretty crap on the track right now. And we're last here, which is a little bit awkward. We're going to do a horse for sure and see what we draw into. Having a lack of compasses here is going to make it hard. Drawing 2 coins off the top is like really probably the worst thing that we could have drawn. I almost would have rather drawn our fear than our coins because we could use our fear and happily go get a ruby, which does not feel as exciting right now. If our opponent does not go to this dig site, which would be reasonable, there's actually not much advantage to them going to the dig site. We are going to actually grab it before we play our horse. Um, but yeah, I would have largely rather drawn those fears. Definitely would have rather drawn compasses than these 2 coins, I think. So that's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so we're gonna clean up the goodies here. We're gonna go ahead and grab this site because we have all these dumb coins that we need to use. So let's make sure that we grab that before our opponents get a chance to. We'll then use our horse. If we draw into our compass, our 1 in 3 chance of hitting a compass, huzzah, we'll get to go explore. If we don't draw into a compass, we got to decide if we want to do the Theodolite and then explore. But more likely, we're just going to use that fear to grab something. Tiger Claw is not very good here because it's only unoccupied sites, and we're doing weird, goofy stuff over here. Looks like Rhinoligia advanced here and picked up the compass person, which makes a lot of sense, revealing the prospector, which is a really, really big deal here. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a way to quickly do anything because we do not have sufficient resources. So we're just at the mercy of the top of our deck here. And unfortunately, we draw a fear. That's to be expected, but we certainly would have been a lot better off drawing our compass. We'll have to see what Too Young, Too Simple does. I think there's a really good chance that they're basically getting the first crack at the prospector here. They've got 2 compasses, so if they just have 1 in hand, they have automobile, never mind. So they absolutely have the compasses to do the thing they want to do. Yeah, they're just going to beat us there. There's really nothing we can do about it. I think we need to, yeah, so let's consider options with prospector off the table. If we explore by using our Theodolite prematurely, we'll basically have spent a resource, we'll leave a fear in hand. That's pretty inefficient having left 2 things. If we use our fear to pick up compasses or tablets, we'll be like a little overflush in those resources and not be able to advance on this turn. So we're really leaving a whole lot on the table no matter what. I mean, the binoculars would not have solved this over the horse here, so I'm not mad about that. I am disappointed that we didn't get the chance to buy the car, but Too Young Too Simple did prioritize getting it on the earlier side last turn, so well deserved on their part. Yeah, I don't know. We're a little stuck here. Because even if we explore, like our exploring sites are not great. We have a car left over because we went to this spot with our boat. And, like this is really the only spot we want to go to. If there was an upgrading site here, this would be a completely different conversation because we'd upgrade one of our tablets and we'd become much happier. Here's the automobile. Here's the discovery. So certainly we know that the prospector is going to be gone. Tough monster that probably can't be killed there. So yeah, I guess we're kind of in this decision point of do we want to just like run it real slow and maximize our value in terms of our resources from hand, but like really suck at the track here. I think that's actually what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with just collecting so many tablets that we're really set up for this maybe some big turn 3 moves depending on how things go. But we are not off to a strong start here, ladies and gentlemen. Clunky and slow. These our opponents are also to kind of clunky and slow start as well, but Too Young is definitely in the driver's seat right now. Rhino's not going to be able to explore here. And their deck is not terribly good, but they did manage to crack off a an assistant here, so marginal advantage to them. I think Too Young is quite likely to kind of like move up here and then basically just use tablets or arrowheads to go jam up this side. That makes a lot of sense. There we go. We're just doing our thing here. Gotta decide if we want to buy Machete or if we want to buy Pack Donkey and just draw our entire deck every turn. We could do Rope because we know we've got a Fear coming up. We have 2 Fear in our deck. We haven't really removed any. So that's another option. It's a good question. I mean, really, I'd like to be triggering the Theodolite as often as possible. I might buy Rope here. See what comes off the top. It's not ideal that Too Young, Too Simple's got a pile of coins too. Really what I want them to do right now is buy like Journal. Maybe they'll buy the Rope out from underneath us. Actually, I guess they have to do something. Oh, they can use the arrowhead, advance here, get their coin and compass. That makes plenty of sense. We can buy Ancient Wine here, but it's just gonna basically kind of do some refundy stuff, right? It'll give us a coin and then the top of these, which is, I guess I probably would take the Exile and Compass. So for 2 compasses, I can get a coin and an Exile. I don't know. That's okay, I guess. Not the best. Let's buy the Rope. And then we'll see what our opponent buys here. I think Machete is probably the best pickup for them. Oh, they like Journal. I don't love Journal for them, but that's all right. I guess if I go into Ancient Wine now, I can get a dog. Yup. Full deck building, baby. Must activate an assistant. We need someone that gives us, we actually don't need any coins. We're going to clean up our deck because we're doing full draw stuff, dog stuff. Oh, he had the freaking watch. Duh. Ooh, that's bad. That was a bad oversight on my part. I forgot about the watch. Does cost them the coin resource for next turn, but yeah, that's definitely the right pickup for them. Man, do I want Flask next turn? Draw out the whole deck on turn 3, or do I want Fishing Rod for more deck development stuff? So far behind in terms of just development everywhere. How good is Flask? We're drawing into Rope. Let's put this in our discard pile so it's easier. So we're going to draw 2 of these. Rope is going to draw us 2 more. So Flask is kind of overkill, but actually we can use Flask to buy something straight off the top because we're going to get another coin. Right? Because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Horses maybe 8. Gets a little dicey actually. Maybe I should just Fishing Rod. Let's be cute. Oh, because we got to draw the Flask itself. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Flask. Of course, we flip Steamboat, which we would have been happier buying. All right, well, we're coming really slow at the gate this turn. I could see an argument for going to this guy, picking up the gem there, and I don't think I really want that Fear, though, and I don't know how likely it is that I'm going to kill this monster. So that does feel kind of bad. I think I'm just going to dilly-dally and draw cards. I'm probably doing 1 Explore this turn. In fact, if I can get to 6, I should explore a top tier site. I maybe should have been thinking about that last turn, but I got so distracted by this dumb dog plan that I didn't execute correctly. Let's draw a pile of cards first. There's certainly some temptation to buy the Serpent Idol here as just the way to get that ruby for sure. Which maybe I should have prioritized. Is Rhino going to do Top Explorer? That's going to take Top Explorer off of my to-do list, which would be pretty convenient. Okay. I think it makes a lot of sense for Rhino to do this, like upgrading a tablet here, getting the resources. They have everything available to them. I still could do a Top Explorer. It's not bad, I think, to unlock 2 of them. But 1, 2, horse is another one. Well, I'm definitely going to draw into the horse. I guess Steamboat is where I would get the last one. Yeah. I have to use those funding coins. It's not a bad idea, right? I rope, fear, draw 2 funding, use the 2 funding, steamboat, horse, draw the steamboat. That's not a terrible idea. But I might be going so slowly at this stage that Rhino's going to advance here and take this. Whereas if I find a way to get a gem right now, I'll be able to take this before Rhino. And I guess the primary way of doing that is by exploring right now, or by doing the Serpent Idol. So the question is, do I want to crap up my deck, or do I want to keep the option of exploring open? I would have 1, 2, 3 for the horse, 6 for advancing up here, right here. I could just do 2 regular level explorers. Actually, I really don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Let's do 2 regular level explorers. We don't need this coin because we're going to get coins from other things we're doing. Fun. Don't love ants here, but it's not horrible either. I think. Yeah, we'll have a lot of cards in our hand, but we're going to have to use non-fear cards because we have non-fear cards. I think we do want to kill the ants this turn. I think that killing monster or impressing guardians, persuading guardians, or whatever it is that it's called, is going to be our primary path forward. Untapping a prospector seems pretty good. All right, we need to do this so that we can grab the bonus here. That all works fine. Maybe, I'm wondering if I'm actually supposed to use a tablet on Ancient Wine. It feels really bad to use that at this stage of the game, but it's +2 value, you know, like it is kind of doing that. Although maybe I just need to not worry about it and use that for traveling purposes. I need to head up this way. I need like another gem, another arrowhead, something like that, so I can get my 2 guys. Let's rope. And I can buy fishing rod here and then just, I guess, fishing rod the steamboat. Or I can use that funding. Tough call. So, I mean, Too Young, Too Simple gets to just buy something before we do. So if they want steamboat, they have steamboat. Binocular's pretty good here, doing its work. Too Young, Too Simple, slow rolling. I think that is a mistake. I think they should have bought Steamboat out from underneath us. Once Steamboat and Automobile are gone, so is Brush and Dog. So 3 coin things just are not, like, basically non-existent. So Fishing Rod may kind of backfire. If I do this, the problem is I still need to explore. I still need to kill these ants. I really need these travel icons. So it sucks to use this coin when I really don't want to use this coin. That's the challenge that I'm facing here. That's the goof that I'm facing here. I guess I could just get a coin from this. I can't get a coin from the horse. I don't want to play the Theodolite just yet. I think I do want to explore with the horse and this compass and then use this car or the Ancient Wine. I can't really use the ancient wine. We're really walking in circles here. You guys are my compasses. You're my explorer. Maybe I just don't kill ants this turn. Ah, God damn it. We would have been perfectly happy with a hat off of our opponent buying the steamboat. That would have been much better for us. So that's really unfortunate. I am happy that Rhino got it over too young. Well, great. We'll just flip the two best one cost cards in the game and move on with our lives. Things are not going great, Bob. Things are not going great. But these guys are kind of awkward for us. I guess we're taking the Exiler. And we can just kind of like walk onto these sort of sites in the future. It's kind of the plan, I suppose. I suppose I could use the steamboat as my two travel icons to kill this guy. It's pretty expensive. 3 compasses functionally to kill the ants. I don't know, that's not awful. We are going to use the instant exploration ancient wine to travel so that we can get a guy out there. And then because we've got some various ways to exile, I guess we're going for a coin. Yeah, or should I go here? Does this make any sense? If I head here with ancient wine, I get myself a gem. I've already got plenty of stuff to go up here. So we move up here. I've got the exile. I need to find a way to kill all these guys. I'm short the arrowhead. That's really the problem. But if I can kill this guy somehow, how am I going to kill this guy? There's no way for me to make an arrowhead, right? I guess I could. There's like several assistants. I might just absolutely luck into an assistant. Let's be brave. Let's do crazy stuff. There are multiple assistants that can save us here. Because killing this would be really helpful. We could get that icon. We like this. We like our opponents churning through this. It gives us more options. It's not what we wanted to see at all. All right. I don't think draw discard makes any real sense for us. Upgrader. That's kind of like having an arrowhead when you have 5 tablets. What are our odds here? 3 of them out of like 6 possible. This is like 50-50 odds. You can't get too mad at how lucky I am. I mean, we haven't really been lucky in other instances, so maybe we were due. Let's advance here. We're not contesting. This is maybe not the brightest because, there's no contest essentially what we're doing for the rest of these actions. But I also just need to organize my thoughts by taking these actions that I will know what they will do. Cool. Happy to see Rhino clear out this space here. So we're hoping to get some cars to drive up there at the beginning of our next turn. And functionally, we're going to clear. We can do these immediately. We're going to kill this. We're going to have a boat here. This is going to be our car. We'll have plenty of compasses. So we do have some compasses left over if we want to do anything. Although I don't think that any of these artifacts in play are really all that appealing to us. So ironically, if things had gone a little bit differently, we could have probably done like a 6 explore up here. Just the way the compasses shook out, but there were a lot of question marks along the way there. Pass with a coin for 3 coins is a lot of coins. Very curious though to not see a purchase of like axe or fishing rod. I guess there's no rush to do that because they'll still be around next turn. But okay, let's do this stuff. We are very, very behind our opponents in terms of developing on the track. And in terms of monster kills, although we're about to fix that right now. And we'll actually be ahead in monster kills in just a moment. Rhino with of course, a whole pile of compasses. They have they make three compasses with their leaders per turn. Interesting choice to upgrade this guy over this guy. I guess since you're not planning on using the coins anyway, that makes fair sense. And I guess they don't want to fill their deck because it's just longer time until dog. Why are there so many cards in their deck? I guess they bought like pickaxe and watch and automobile, dog, serpent idol, so there's got to be multiple fear in their deck. Although they removed one of their fear with this first guy, so maybe that's just all the fear they have. No, I think they must have had another because they picked up some here last turn. So it's a messy deck, that's for sure. All right, let's nuke this guy expensively. I don't think we want any of these. Doesn't make any sense. I guess I could have done something like Serpent's Gold Mortar and just bought a whole bunch of stuff. But I don't think I want that. Kind of like my deck. Alright. We're passing with as many resources as our opponents. Oh, awkward. If we want to go exploring, we got to do it either... Well, I guess I could do it with this coin and this car. That's probably better than using the horse. Yeah, let's say it is. Let's say it is. Rope. Okay. So we're going to horse to draw something and then rope it. Because what we're going to draw is either an airplane or a compass. And then we'll rope that to draw to the bottom of our deck. So we're just drawing our deck every turn. Yeah, sure. I guess I should have thought about going to the site for a moment longer because this gem is really not that helpful. We really need arrowheads, 2 arrowheads explicitly. Although I guess an arrowhead and a pile of compasses is fine, or tablets is fine because we have the upgrader. So I should have maybe just considered going to this spot. Although this spot I can still go to right now. Could go there instead of a rope, I guess. I think we should have horse first and see what happens. Ooh, pile of discovers up there. It means that I can go do a 3rd tier site next turn, so I'm not too mad at that. Let's go horsing it up. So if I use the rope here, I'm going to draw an exploration and an airplane. I think I do want to do that. It doesn't improve the quality of my hand. It's slow, so it's not good in all instances. But because I'm basically just flat out losing this track, I'm okay if my opponents decide to take this spot because I could just like take this spot or I could go exploring, which are all good options for me. Oh, I maybe don't even want this because I've got money problem. I got deck drawing problems. That's funny. I'm running out of spaces in my deck. But let's do the rope thing. Let's draw into our random stuff. We know that it's not random. Yeah, I guess the only way we can take advantage of this draw card is by making a coin here. That's not horrible. I think I just explore though. There is one card that draws from the deck from Explore though, which we hope to not hit. Could also just go here. No, that's not good. That's not good. Maybe here is just the best because it gives us all the resources for upgrading. We can smash our dudes up here so we can get one of ours golded up. Not exciting, but it is practical resource-wise. That's probably what we're doing. I really wish that these were more exciting somehow. I'd love to find a way to use Guardian's Crown here just because I have all these compasses. I might just save like a gazillion compasses going into next turn because there's all these like exile stuff and I have this exile leader. I'm almost certainly exiling like a coin or something like that here. It doesn't feel ideal. Alright, well that answers the question about whether we're going there. If I hit Crash Site or the one that draws me a card, I would be really sad. So I think it was what, 9 of these or something. And 2 of them are bad. 40% chance of getting something we really don't want. I think I'm just going to do the boring thing. Oh, I'm a little silly. Should I have used Ancient Wine for this? I guess it feels bad to not use this for the ruby. I don't want rubies. But I should have double checked it. So I think I'm okay with that having not been our decision, but I should have thought about it more. I guess part of the problem is that when I go up here, like, what am I gonna upgrade? Yeah, that's kind of awkward. I can't get rid of like all the coins in my deck because then I'll have nothing to do. What I really want is for my opponents to buy artifacts. That's actually what I need. Is I need too young, too simple to start buying artifacts. 12 coins on hand is nuts. Thank you, Rhino Ligia. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Passage Cell is absolutely not what we wanted to see. A minute ago, would I have bought Passage Cell to go here? I think I might have. Save the Ancient Wine, use the Ancient Wine, go here. Get 2 arrowheads? Yeah. So a minute too late on the Passage Shell. Or I guess 2 minutes too late, but even still. We're going to Theodolite next turn to Dilly Dally, I think. Also 2 coins, I guess, if we want to buy Torture Axe or something like that. I don't really want either of those cards because we already exile. We're over exiling. Like we're exiling just normal cards from our deck at this stage. This game's not going too great, I think. I do think that we are in a tough position here. But we do have a lot of space for upwards growth, you know? A lot of opportunities. All right, happy to see Rhino buy the Passage Shell off the deck. That's definitely something we want to see. Gains a jewel. Got to discard a bunch of cards for that, right? Yeah, okay. Worked out well. I respect the play. God damn it. Treasure Scales is absolutely not what we want to be seeing. These are just like redundant things. I can't even really use Trader Scales because yeah, we need problem with us not exploring this turn, and I maybe should have thought about this when I went to this site. I just worried about missing so much. Is having the idol for the 2 tablets would have been a really big deal. That's the thing I find with this assistant in particular is that you just constantly need to be turning idols into 2 tablets. There's really just no other way about it. And the fact that we keep flipping 2 coin, 2 value artifacts is not great. That's really good for the prospector player, who should just be spamming these, in my opinion. Just jamming all these 2-pointers straight into the deck. Victory points for days. Great. What do we need? We need lots of cars remaining. Because the car is where all the exploration is. Do I want a gold? I guess I could just like instead go up this way and get some compasses that I'm not going to use. It seems really silly. No, I should gold one of these guys, right? Makes no sense to gold this one. But if I gold this one, I can clear out the deck even more, get a compass. Yeah, I think this makes sense. It's kind of unhinged. It's kind of unhinged. I'm just not really winning any races this way, I think. Real question is whether I should leave this one coin in my deck. I mean, I have ways of getting coins. The horse and the theodolite make coins. It's not like I need to. Should I buy these boots? I think so, right? 2 boots seems good for travel. I think those were there last turn, and I was so busy thinking about the other thing that I missed buying them. So, fortunately, I can fix that now. Ooh, we're going to pass well in advance of our opponents. One advantage is that our opponents have really, they've used, like, too young, too simple here has very aggressively used the idols, which I think is going to mean for a somewhat awkward last turn on their part. I think we're going to dump the exploration. No, we've got the 2 cars. It's great. We'll make coins in other ways. I am going to pass with 13 compasses? Absolutely unhinged. I can't win this game doing things like that. It's so much stuff left on the table. I mean, my thinking here is essentially, look, I can't use these compasses to like break parity with my opponent's movement on the track here. I need to do a bunch of explores next turn for the flexibility, the idols, monsters to kill, all sorts of things like that. I wish I had had that extra space for the card. The rope has actually backfired for me this game. I'm generally a huge rope fan, but I guess the rope with Pug Lady over here is kind of a mistake. And so I need compasses for exploring. I want to be able to cycle through artifacts. We've like not flipped very good artifacts. We're going to see more artifacts next turn. Man, rough map is a super good flip because it's just a coin for a point, even if he doesn't draw to it in his 11 card deck here. So I have lots of things that I can use these compasses for next turn, and they do nothing for me right now, right? Like all of these are like actively bad cards for me to interact with at this stage. Super happy to see Revolver flipped out. We need something like that. We need more crap cards. Let's go. We're going to have some coin issues next turn, so we actually might end up buying Trader's Scales, but we didn't have anything to upgrade right now. We really did need like a power artifact to help us out. The fact that Guiding Skull is gone from turn 1 is a part of the problem that we're having here. But I mean, there's a ton of artifacts in the deck, so odds of drawing it, even if it wasn't in the trash can, are not terribly high. But yeah, I mean, being this far behind in the research track, having, yeah, sure, I've got the resources on layaway, but we're all tied on monsters. You know, certainly Too Young, Too Simple has the most points in deck with the Prospector. Buying here of the Cleansing Cauldron is... They did Exile Fear, I guess from hand or something like that. Yeah, see, like Obsidian Earring also couldn't have been played by us this turn because we did this kind of like heavy card drawing thing. Maybe actually the mistake was playing the rope. Like maybe what I actually was supposed to do was use the rope to travel here. Use my resources to kill the eagle. I wouldn't have goldened one of these guys because I'd be a resource short, but I'd have an extra monster kill. I think that's probably the mistake I made. Let's say that's the mistake I made. So, strangely, like, I think I want to do 2 explorers this turn. And Ancient Wine is basically use a tablet to get a ruby, which is good, but we might have a tablet crunch given our upgrader anyway. Tough to say. And we can't use our sturdy boots to go here yet because we need some resources. So we need to explore first. So I need to decide first, which I think means that I need to start with the horse first. Yeah, rope is not good for us here because, I mean, really what we want to do is use rope to explore. But there's nowhere to explore with rope because it's all boats. So now I need to remember what the other 2 cards in my deck are. And I think I got rid of both the coins, which I'm now realizing is a mistake. So I'll be left with my boat compass, or my boat, yeah, my boat exploration, my boat compass. And what else did I buy? What'd you buy, Nick? I don't know what I bought. I don't know what it is. I think we're going to leave the rope for later. It's too much of a risk. We probably will need these coins. I want to leave the ancient wine. I've got a lot of compasses. That's a really great pull. That's definitely a great pull. Monster, not a great pull, but resources are a good pull. I guess part of the question that I have here is like, do I want to do a level 2 explorer? I guess I should because I have sturdy boots, and they're not really good if I'm not going to use them for their boots side. So I should use them for their sturdy side. And I still have a lot of compasses left to buy shenanigans with. I should maybe put some pressure on like buying Idol of Anu or whatever, but like I need to figure out my tablet situation first. And I need a tablet to like upgrade here. Although I guess I just get tablets for going up here. So maybe I am supposed to just like buy it, move up here. Acknowledging that I kind of have a little bit of a glut of rubies right now. Okay, well that makes that decision a lot easier. So now do I use the rope and discard the sturdy boots? I think so. I think so. Then I can at least see what this other card is that I forgot about. But if one of these is the draw thing, ugh, awful. Truly awful. Maybe we're supposed to untap her. I'm not getting other fears though. Really, what we need to flip is runes of the dead. Runes of the dead would like completely salvage a whole lot of stuff right now. Rope is useless. Sturdy boots is pretty mid. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, it's Steamboat. That's a good card. I guess I should be happy about that. Still, I have like a 50-50 shot in exploring right now of hitting a dud though, because if I like draw a card, or if I get the take the crash site or whatever. I guess crash site's fine. I would just take the 2 compasses. Like that's actually not too terrible. Specifically, drawing a card right now would be really bad. So I guess the odds of that are higher. I could also come up here. I should have considered this maybe. Rather than exploring, just come up and do this, dude. Does that make sense? Not especially. It's not like this monster is good or easy to fight. This monster's a pain to fight. Everything's a pain to fight. I could use the Guardian's crown and move the tiger somewhere and then follow the tiger and then just play the round with only one idol. Does that make any sense? If I move the tiger here and then moved over here, I would get like resources that I care about, or I could move it here and just get more gems than God. Follow it. Am I untapping this? Why am I thinking that I'm untapping this? Oh, I think I'm untapping this because I think I'm exploring here. That's why I think I'm untapping. Oh, these draw cards things are killing me. I think I need to explore. How many coins do I need? It's tough to say. I just don't know if I'm gonna get the right resources. But I also don't want this opponent to untap with them. All right, I should go here. And we'll untap. That hurts. That really hurts. Oh, it's an awful monster too. It doesn't like interact positively with this monster. We don't need the removal. Oh, that's so bad. We are absolutely hosed. Oh, we're in so much trouble. What am I going to do? Okay. I've got 4 coins. This is a 2 coin sink here. 2 coins, 2 gems. So I need to figure out how to get past all this garbage. I'd really like to move both of them because the advantages of moving the second one are just quite high. Buy a lot of things with it. So if I move up both this way though, I'm going to run out of coins probably. So I do 2, 4. Nice if I can go up here, but I think that's just a pipe dream, right? Well, I should move at least 1 up there, right? It's just the better value, I think. Man, that card draw thing, really brutal. We're going to draw a card, so we actually want to put something in our deck. I guess we could there's an argument to be made to put the revolver in the deck, but certainly don't want to pay for it. In fact, actually, in a lot of ways, the crash site would have been a dream. I put the revolver on top of the deck and then draw it here. Use the revolver to kill something that generates value. Pathfinder Sandal's pretty good, but I think we need to kill our monsters, so we were not in a big hurry to grab it. Star charts. Scribe Blade's pretty good here, actually. It's pretty damn good. We're definitely going to buy it. Oh, our opponents can't even use it. Undo. No rush. Do I want War Mask? It's not like the greatest artifact, but in case I can't kill somebody, I absolutely need the arrowheads. Just buying it to do the 2-to-1 conversion, I guess. Seems rude. Maybe didn't understand that you can't use it for a temple thing. Can you use it for a temple thing? Learned a new lessons today. I guess that's an exploration. That's a research, I suppose. Alright, not bad to learn that. That's a big mistake. Yep, we're definitely buying Ornate Armor. What do I want to draw? Brush? Brush feels better than Revolver. Decorated Horn is appealing. Really appealing. Bows and arrows is appealing. Savage. Because our opponents are just kind of done here. I think I just am going to need this. I'm going to need this. Let's start with the War Mask. And then I guess from here, I think I need to move up this way. Absolutely need these. We're running out of money. Well, it's not too much of a concern. Let's go up this way, upgrade this guy. Then here. Great. Now we need to find a way to go up here. Like so, I guess. We're already out of resources. That is ugly. There's star charts. Okay. We need the coins back. And tablets, I'm pretty sure. Pathfinder staff is nice and flexible. Looks like we're not going to be able to kill both these guys, even though we get one of them for free if we manage to get up here. What do we got? We got 2 of these, 1 of these. I need another gem and another... a gem and an arrowhead. Let's pretend we can't kill both of them. Oh, I could kill both of that stupid war club shit. Ah! Kill everything. That's just good comedy. We go up here. This is worth 2 points. This kills that guy. Then we're just buying victory points somehow. We're gonna freaking war club to kill our guy. Ugh. Can't do cards. This is not great. Maybe we can find some coins somewhere. Need a coin. What's a gem gonna do? I need 2 coins. We'll pick up you. Yeesh. I guess that's what I want. Don't think I did this the most efficiently. That feels like it's pretty much what I've got here. So we went on a little run. I have assistance ready. What do you mean I have assistance ready? Oh, yes, of course. Duh. Yeah. Can't afford her. Can't afford her. So we missed 4 points by going up there, but it's not too terrible. The 5 points for not killing the monster really is the bigger whiff there. But we got lucky with the stone key to sort of fix it a little bit. It's going to be a weak game. It's going to be weak, that's for sure. 27's a lot of deck points, though. It's not going to beat a... am I going to tie? I'll still lose, but tying's not bad. I'll take it. Yeah, we got close enough. I'm sure I left a point on the table somewhere, right? This was really the drawing a card thing was really the big problem. I maybe should have put something in the deck first, but I didn't have the opportunity to do so. Yeah, that has to be the mistake. Somewhere in there, I left a point on the table. I imagined. Ritual Dagger. I think if I have Pathfinders instead, yeah, that's no better. Dun, 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 dun. Ironically, all those ones that coins earlier I would have been happier with. Maybe I should have because this costs well, it's 4 resources, the same, so it's still worth it to go up here to kill the tiger. But then, let's see, I flipped this was 5 points for the stone key, 2 and the 3 here. By going here, was there something else I could have or should have done instead? No, because I was broke at that point, right? There wasn't any way I was going to kill any of these monsters. I wasn't going to get a coin. I wasn't going to draw a card from the deck. So no, I don't think I was too hasty. I think that was still reasonable. I used all my resources. I don't know, maybe I didn't leave a point on the table. If you saw it, let me know in the comments so I can feel bad about myself. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.